Hi everyone. Today I wanted to talk about how important boredom is, or how important boredom is to creativity and productivity. So every time we flick from one thing to the next, we're actually decreasing our ability to do anything terribly well. So the other day I was speaking about the importance of being present to your child and being present then to your work. And this was something that I put into play from a very young age when the boys were really young, and the difference was my ability to totally be there for them, and certainly in leadership, and able to facilitate what we were doing that day, and their connection. The other thing was then I was very present to my work, and really the type of work that I do, I have to be present to really listen to my clients deeply, and that listening's really key. So the being present enables you to listen to your children and listen to your clients, or listen to yourself. And that's the other thing, was when I was to take some time for myself, certainly getting out horse riding, or being able to go swimming, or even get to the gym, that really taking that time out to really focus on that one task was incredibly productive. So, if I was trying to create something, if I was to sit there and go, right, I've got to do it now, and certainly with the children, there was often only a certain time that I had, and sometimes you can feel incredibly rushed, and right, I've only got this time and this space to be able to achieve this task, and so you sit down and then you stare at your computer screen, or you're just not able to create that thing. So I always found that if I took that extra time that I had, or a little bit of time, and I put into it, was time for me. So I'd get out on a horse ride, or go for a walk on the beach and pound with Tilly, little Tilly, or go for a swim, etc. And in that space, I was able to collect my thoughts. I was able to ground myself, and I was able to allow the creativity that comes in, that connection to our nature, to spirit, and through that, it was like connecting into that wider consciousness that allowed you to find your words and find the thing that I'd almost like pull it together in that space, or I'd go, oh, I need to talk about this, or I need to write this down, and then I'd come back, and what could have taken me 8 hours would take an hour, and it didn't necessarily require too many edits. It was just straight up, that's totally working, and able to sort of put it aside. And it's another side of creativity. Whenever I write something or I create something, I stop and I put it aside and revisit it, just to do a little check on the edit of it. And certainly today, looking at this, doing a video as opposed to a live, because I had no internet, and I was really wanting to do it in my little mermaid pool. There's a few other people in here today, so had a few chats and all cooled down just the same. So so take time for yourself. And there's science out there that I've actually just recently posted, the science on the increase in productivity and in your creativity when you can, basically focused on that one thing, that task that you're doing, enables the neurons in your brain to only do that one thing. So when we flip to one thing to the other, then different neurons have to fire off. If we check our phone every 2 seconds, then and we're trying to do something else at the same time and something else at the same time, then we've got to, all the different neurons have to fire up and connect up. And so we're wearing them out. We're wearing them out, flipping around and trying to do all these things. And we're also not able to achieve quite as much. So take some time to plan what you're going to do for you. Take some time to be present to yourself. Take some time to be bored, and to really sit with yourself on things, or swim or whatever, and get away from the constant email. I mean, if you're wanting to check your emails, then check your email. If you're wanting to check Facebook, then be in that moment checking Facebook. But put some boundaries around it, and that way you will then stop the same level of procrastination on other things, and you will find there's a higher level of productivity and creativity. Have a great day.